Previously on Guardians of Fehal.
The party had a few days off of downtime days, preparing not only for the fighting pit rings, but also for a camping trip with Rhiannon. The appointed day came and Una met her outside the school, and then the two headed into the forest to meet the rest of the party, who had been setting up a glamorous campsite for the evening. Over dinner, Rhiannon worked up the courage to tell Hans and Franz the truth of her family connections and the potential conflict that there could be between her and them and their tribe. However, over the course of the conversation, the twins said they still wanted to know her more and also viewed this as an opportunity to teach her more about the Bindaya, so when she eventually returns home to the Iron Valley, she can attempt to broker peace between their tribe of the Bindaya and her father, Lord Gabriel Belmont of the Iron Valley, who would like to get rid of them. After learning more about her life, the party decided to switch to less serious topics and enjoy the night of frivolity ahead of them.
So I think what happened was she was like, we should play games, like what kind of games do you guys want to play? And y'all were like, yeah, she brought chess, backgammon, and cards, like multiple card decks.
Okay.
So, and she's like, there's a lot of different, chess and backgammon basically are chess and backgammon.
Wait,
but
they are
there's like
each
a few
other?
different card games you can play. No, but I mean, like, they are what they are, versus with a deck of cards, you can play a couple different types of games. So, or she's like, we could have music and do dancing or whatever. I don't know. I honestly don't know
Well, there was
what to do for
there was a game
entertainment,
that
when you're camping.
one of my earlier masters played when we were living in the Iron Valley. After a day at in the blacksmith, he'd get out a deck of cards and we'd just play a simple game of war. Are you familiar? I mean,
right, yep.
it's kind of.
It's two-player.
I'm oddly surprised that I've lived in the same place you have, but I'm certain you're familiar with the card game of war.
Yeah.
Is this, Josh,
Yeah,
is
what was a
this
real
war
card game?
Are
card
you
game?
not familiar with the
I've
card game? War?
Okay, probably.
Good
No.
lord, I did not
No, I'm
realize.
not. So
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so
no,
she's
it's
probably
like the most
familiar with
stupid,
war.
simple card game in the world because it's all down to chance. Well, there's a little bit of reflexes in it.
Mhm.
It's like it's kind of
Yeah.
like blackjack.
it's
No, not blackjack.
Okay.
Slapjack.
Slapjack.
Yeah, except war.
Mhm,
It's
yeah.
it's simply highest card wins, and if you get doubles, then you have a side battle to then get highest
Mhm,
card
yeah.
wins.
We could do that. We'd have to pair up though and do it because it's 2 versus 2. So there's 6 of us.
Can't
who
we do
could
3 versus
that.
3?
Uh,
How many decks do you have?
Yes, that's what I meant. I have 3 decks,
How convenient.
and you guys each have decks of cards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you
Oh,
guys
that's
have
true.
decks of cards.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Otherwise, she calls it King's Court, but it's basically
Oh, sure, that's
poker.
fine.
King's Court.
Yeah, I'll involve
Okay.
myself with some more noble nonsense. Why not?
She'll kind of ask who knows the rules, who doesn't
kind
know
of
the
poker?
rules, and then explain how it works. Probably
Dexter
traditional
Hold'em.
poker.
Like five
What?
Five card
What do you-
stud.
Oh,
card draw, 5 card stud, 7.
Rowan automatically wins. He's already
You-
naked. We gotta start hacking off limbs as he loses
5 card.
hands.
I would say 3. I'd say 3 card
Fi-
draw is probably the way to do it. So
Card draw.
or
5
5
card
card draw.
stud.
Yep. So yeah, she would teach you guys poker. Now, I kind of was thinking this could be like a bit of a skill challenge, like a roll off, but I wanted to see how each of you tries to win this game, because obviously there's a bluffing element. So I was like, you could do rolls to see like if you can kind of just straight up bluff, or you could try to
Rowan would lose immediately.
Yep. Hans and Franz would probably
Or
lose immediately.
you could do it as like you could try to do a persuasion check to make it seem like you have a better hand than you do.
Can I do like a
Or
sleight
an
of hand
intelligence
check?
Yeah, you could try.
Why you cheat?
Hey, that's my only skill I have here.
And it's a game between friends, and you're gonna cheat us.
Yep.
Oof,
Friendly
dude.
game? No.
Mhm.
Nora would probably
Probably
just
friendly
sit out
game.
because the idea of the game itself makes her uncomfortable.
Whereas Rowan's like
Poker?
gambling. Yeah.
She doesn't like
I
the
know, Rowan
idea
and I
of
Rowan has a gamble.
Rowan likes
cheating and
games.
bluffing.
Okay.
It's definitely the bluff, the deception.
No, Rowan likes the games part of
Yeah.
it, not the gambling.
Mhm.
Even though, you know, he definitely
she's
doesn't
not-
have a gambling
She
addiction.
she doesn't have anything to. She's not proposing you guys bet money. She doesn't introduce that as a way to play the game.
Right.
She just is like, it's whoever. Like, you have to pretend you have a stronger hand. Like, she's not gonna bet against you guys because she would have more money to like.
Does she have more money on her though? This isn't about future. You know, oh, when I get home, I can pay you back. This
Yeah.
is what you have on.
Yeah,
you.
this is. Well, I brought 500 gold pieces. Can we just use that? I mean, we could play for copper, right? Penny poker.
You guys just want to.
if she even has coppers.
Yeah, right.
I mean, she actually doesn't really have money with her.
Well, yeah, why would she?
She's all about that plastic.
Oh, yeah.
Cards.
She's got that Onyx card.
Yep.
So then, how do you want to do this, honey?
No,
What
I
kind
think
of
we
dice
could.
roll
I
do
think
you
we
wanna
could
do?
do some. We could do some rolls and see, like. And I would say if you can justify what skill you're using, you could use that skill. So, basically, whatever tact. If you want to use your cunning to win this game, or you feel like you have good tactics from whatever, or you're trying to be like, I'm gonna insight check to see if my enemies, like if my enemies,
If
the
my
other players are
enemies.
lying. Yeah, my enemies are lying to me. So it's basically, I'm kind of treating this as a skill challenge where if you can justify the skill you're going to use and how you're going to use it, I will let you use that instead of like just roll of the dice.
Yeah, I mean, Hans and Franz would definitely be using insight to A, do my opponents have a better hand than me, or B, do they have a worse hand than me? You know, to figure out, am I in a good position to win this hand?
Same.
So you two are both using insight. Aaron, what are you going to do for Rowan?
Well, my best skills are intimidation and athletics.
You'll bet again.
I mean, I would call that legit. Like
So-
intimidating someone,
Yeah.
not necessarily physically threatening them, but just being really intense and kind of making them second guess themselves
Yeah.
Mhm.
would be
Maybe
a
it's-
form of intimidation.
Yeah, maybe it's not because, like, what's my deception? Oh, my deception's +2. Okay, I thought it was worse than that. My insight is 0. Maybe it's like I'm intimidating you by you can't tell if I'm lying.
Right. Well, you just do everything
Yeah.
without hesitation. So
Yeah.
it's like, oh,
Is that good or bad?
right. Because that is a way to play poker.
Mhm. We get you some sunglasses so we can't see your eyes.
Sure, I'll use
You know, he
intimidation.
just turns them off. They're just glows.
I'll use intimidation. Sure, why not?
Sure. Okay. Andrew, what are you using for the skill challenge?
Athletics. No. Persuasion.
You're using persuasion? Okay.
To either make it sound like I have a better hand or make it sound like I have seem like
Can
I have
I-
a worse hand.
Can I actually use perception to see if I can recognize any tells on anyone's face, or would that be more insight?
That would probably
Way more
be more
insight.
insight.
Yeah, because I have a 2 for insight and a +5 for perception. Otherwise, everything else is stealth, survival, sleight of hand. Probably should be cheating.
I mean, perception, you could see if anyone is taking extra cards or whatever, or if Rhiannon is dealing from the bottom of the deck.
Yeah, well, but that would be also more insight too to see if someone is cheating.
Yeah.
No. Perception is to see if someone is physically cheating.
Yeah. You'd have to see if anyone's physically cheating.
Which
Insight is if someone is lying.
Right, which
I'd be
kind
the
of is-
only one
someone
that
is
would be, I
bluffing.
think, willing and or able to cheat. I don't think that they would cheat. So I'll do insight.
Okay. All right. Let's roll and see who gets the highest.
I'm actually gonna roll in game because that makes this a little more fun.
Oh, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it in roll 20.
Nope.
Roll a d20
No.
and then add
Oh,
Oh,
so
shit.
that is an 18 for Megan.
Okay.
13 for Hans and Franz.
Oh,
Jeez.
23.
Kill.
The aggressiveness of Rowan.
Blank face, just laying down cards.
Yeah, perfect poker face.
Yep.
I show no emoji.
So
Yeah, I have.
Rowan definitely wins this round because Rhiannon, even with her bonus to insight, is only got a +4. So yeah, and she rolled like garbage. So wow, Rowan, you're very good at this game.
Thank you. I have never played before.
Yeah, remember it.
We'll do a round 2.
Okay.
Fight.
Fight.
This time, I think I'm gonna try perception
Okay.
about people maybe moving their cards around, organizing them in a certain way.
Right.
Oof, man.
Jesus.
I'm not
Dang
cut
it,
out for poker.
13 again.
So it looks like Jesus.
I
Okay, but
beat you.
Megan just barely. Basically Rhiannon folds very early, and then Hans and Franz goes a little bit further, but then doesn't quite get there. Josh, your Hans and Franz is doing okay, but it's really between Una and Rowan this time. Like, there's a lot more intensity, and Una just barely manages to make it and ends up having the stronger hand.
I had kings and you had queens.
That was a very good hand.
I think we should play this game more often, Rowan.
I think so too.
Mm-hmm. Rhiannon's like, I'm so happy we're not playing for money. This is not my night for games.
Do you normally play it for money?
Some do. I don't usually gamble, but a lot of the noble lords will play for money. There's more than a few of them that have some gambling habits.
Doesn't sound
What
very
is
good.
gambling?
Huh?
What is gambling?
It's when you risk money.
Oh.
It's
I
what we were
suppose
doing the other
you can
day,
also-
Rowan.
Oh. Right. Okay.
Well, I suppose you could also say that a life of adventure is a bit of gambling because you're gambling with your life.
Mhm.
I suppose that could be true.
Anytime you're in politics, that is also a form of gambling as well. So,
How do you mean?
well, you normally have to take gambles on who you're going to trust and who you're going to make alliances with and hope that they don't actually back out or have an interior motive.
Politics sounds complicated.
It is very complicated. It's complicated. Part 2. Electric Boogaloo.
Sometimes those complications are needed, though, in order to better a society.
True. It just depends. Did you want to play another hand, or did you guys want to play a different game, or?
Well,
Time for a song.
we could do a song. I actually have song if we want to hear that one.
Song to
I'd
song,
love to
song,
hear.
song.
I'd love to play you here, Una.
What?
Play you
Play
here?
Una.
What?
Well,
You-
hear you
I'd
play.
love to hear play Una, because if she said she wants to hear song, Rhiannon obviously doesn't
Yeah.
know song.
No,
so
you said play
said
you
play you
here.
here.
no, play. Hear you play.
Hear
Sorry,
you
yes.
play.
hear you
Yes.
play.
Grammar's weird.
Grammar
okay.
is
Are you learning another language and you
Nope.
just messed up the grammatical order?
Okay.
Weird is grammar.
Dude, I'm just gonna roll 20 today. I'm being lazy, so. Oh, it's not terrible.
okay.
Yeah, that's it. Because I have no bonus to performance.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's
Above average.
yes, it's an above average performance.
Yep. Barely above, but above.
Rowan starts swaying.
Rhiannon, did you want to try to learn how to play the flute? Oh wait, I have a +3 to that, so it's a 15 because it's a flute.
Ooh.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
I forgot about that. My tool proficiency.
Mm-hmm.
Rhiannon, did you want to try and learn how to play the flute? You said you've played other instruments before.
I've tried to learn the flute before and it hasn't gone very well. But I could accompany you with my harp or another instrument if you want.
Sure. Do you want to play a song and I'll try to follow your lead?
Sure. Otherwise, I could try to have you lead that song and then I try to follow.
Well, I do have the sheet music. If you can read that.
I can read sheet music.
Okay, so I'll break
I'd
it out
hope
of my
about
scroll.
Music.
I would break it out of my flute case that I pulled my flute from and pull out the sheets of music and
Okay.
hand it to her and then give her a little bit and then start playing again
Okay.
when she gets caught up.
Okay. She casts dancing light just for a little bit of like backlighting so she can see the music a little bit easier, and then she pulls out a little. This time you've seen her with her harp before, but in her bag she actually pulls out like a violin,
Oh,
like a small violin.
how cute.
Oh!
Oh God.
That's a 7.
You're like playing it slowly so that she can catch up, and it's just making it bad.
Yep.
You get little squeaks every now and then.
Okay. So Rhiannon remembers how you played it the first time, and with the music in front of her, with her performance, she's got this. It's like a 21, so she catches in and adds a nice melancholy to it, because the flute is sad, but like the violin just has that extra sad sound to it, I guess I would say, as a musical instrument. So it sounds more like when Song first played it, because he had multiple instruments.
Yep.
I should add my finished ocarina to my inventory.
Do the rest of you play instruments?
I just hammer on an anvil.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I never learned.
Would you like to learn?
I mean, I can keep a steady beat.
Maybe.
I have a spare flute.
I can play the drums, but I do not have one with me.
Yeah, I don't have a drum either.
I suppose I could use my body as a drum.
Ooh.
Kung, 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 kung.
And at that
Oh
point,
my
it just
God.
sounds like knocking wood with wood, so that it's not
Yep.
like a typical drum sound either.
Mm-hmm.
I like those things. We used to have them in.
They sound really
music class
cool.
When I was like,
Mhm.
yeah, the hollowed out cylinders.
Yeah.
with the little hammer.
Yeah. Keep playing
Yeah.
music until it gets too late, and then
Well, after a little bit, Rhiannon asks, it's like, would you just like to listen to music instead of playing so we could keep talking?
sure.
Sure.
And then she goes into her bag, because her
Right.
bag had, huh?
Who's gonna play?
Oh, I have a special music box that plays the music. So she pulls out like a little crafted, tinkered music box and opens it and starts like turning one of the dials in it, and is like, what sort of music do you want it to play?
Something good and upbeat.
Upbeat? Okay. So more like a jig?
Free bird.
Oh, what's that Celtic song that goes?
No, we played that all through high school. I'm never listening to that song again.
Oh,
I don't know which one it is.
Dropkick Murphys. They're Celtic.
No,
How
she'll,
about
Ish.
Ed Sheeran's
Ish.
Misty Eyes or Misty Mountain?
There you go.
oh
Ooh,
goodness.
that's my jam.
So we have
Goblin zombies.
So we had one person who asked for upbeat music, and you guys are picking more sad songs. So which do you want?
I believe as the person who requested first, he gets first
All
pick.
right. She will
Reserve.
she will pick a happier sounding like jig that you would probably hear like during a festival that you would dance to. Boots and pants and boots and pants. And then she kind of like smiles and is like, if we're playing happy music, we kind of have to dance. And she'll like go over and actually like pull like Nora up by her feet and is like, come on.
Pulls her up by her feet?
No, pulls her up onto her
Onto-
feet and is like,
Yeah.
You nobles dance fucking weird.
Apparently, you
spins her
dance upside down.
What'd you say, Sam?
I said, apparently, you dance upside down. I'm on my hands.
Apparently.
She pulls you up onto your feet and is like, you should, like, it's like, we should dance.
You can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind.
Been a long time since I danced. You can tell that Nora's a little nervous.
And she'll kind of whisper to you, like, you'll do fine. And then you hear her say something and you feel like a extra boost of like confidence as she casts enhance ability on you.
Oh, all right. Nora will do like that,
Just
like
got barded.
when like girlfriends are out dancing, just having fun, she'll just like be like dancing with Rhiannon and stuff. And she'll pull Una up too.
Una doesn't dance. That's the one skill that I actually told myself that Una wasn't going to be able to do. So she's going to be
You and Rowan,
very
you and Rowan
awkward.
Yeah,
awkwardly
Nora's
dance
kind
in
of
the
like
corner.
that. If I have to do this, so do you. So she's just pulling you up anyway. She doesn't care.
Like Una would probably just stand there and sway. Like it was something that like out of all of her things, like this is that one thing that she just doesn't feel comfortable doing. So she just dances and sways
A little
Sway
bit.
back and forth.
a
that's
little
fine.
bit. Yep.
Hans and Franz goes out and just dads it up. Does what
Yeah.
Sprinkler.
I always pictured I always pictured the Bendayan dances being a lot more feet.
Mm.
Kinda
Yeah,
like,
that's kind of
like you see like in my head it was like a mix of like Zulu, Swahili, and the Haka. Just like lots of feet and like big arm movements.
I don't know about the rest of the tribe, but I feel like Hans and Franz just likes to move.
It's kind of.
He's
I'm
just-
imagining this as like Avatar: The Last Airbender, the dance in the cave.
I was
And you're the
just
guy that's
thinking
just
about that.
arms waving.
I was literally just thinking that too. Oh my gosh.
Oh god.
Oh man.
But no, Hans and Franz likes to move.
Yeah.
He'll go out and get jiggy with it.
All right.
Josh, is your Hans and Franz dancing?
Yeah, but he's tried to like move with the notes. So like, you know, lots of feet, and if there's like a steady rhythm somewhere in there, he's moving his hands
Right.
in that way.
Well,
but otherwise his feet are just like
Going.
lightning.
Yeah.
Little
Rhiannon
overdose.
kind of sees you trying to match the beat and says, "These are actually dances that there are steps to. Do you want me to show you how to do them, or do you want to just freestyle
There's an
it?"
established dance.
I'd love to know.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise you guys can keep freestyling. I could just see you were trying to match your feet up to the beat. So she'll actually like put you guys in a line and say, "All right, so this is the first step," and she'll kind of like demonstrate. You go forward with your left foot and then your right foot on this beat, and then you
Put your
cross,
left foot
and then you are
in,
supposed to
put your
cross
left
with the
foot
other
out.
dancers.
bus stop.
Yeah,
Una's
she's
super confused. super fucking confused.
Just keeps monster mashing it.
uh-huh.
Una's like watching and like tries to follow and is like 6 steps behind everybody else. With the 4
So then you're right on beat
guy.
because it's a 6-step.
There you go.
Oh my gosh. No, but she'll teach you. She'll kind of teach you this is more of like a group dance where everyone kind of crosses partners constantly, and there's like moving forward with feet and then crossing, then linking up hands in circle, and then people crossing which ways together and going to opposite sides. So it's very much a group coordinated dance. So
Oh,
there's
I'm not running into people, so that's good.
yeah.
So
Well, there's a couple times where like the circle will switch directions, so you'll all be going clockwise, and then it'll go to counterclockwise, and Una's like, "Wait, oh crap, I gotta go straight on this way."
those moments trip Una up pretty bad. Which is so strange because she's so stealthy and light on her feet. She's awkward and can't dance.
It's a different skill set.
Exactly.
But yeah, she'll teach you guys how to dance. She'll kind of recommend different songs and say there's ones that are more complicated. Normally any ones that involve lifts are complicated.
Lips?
Involve what now?
Lifts.
Can you demonstrate who's strong enough to hold you? Are we all strong enough to hold you? How heavy does she look? Like, is she like my build?
I would say that she probably weighs like let's see, she's 5'6". What's a healthy weight for a
So like 20 pounds.
130.
probably like 130 or 140, because she's not like super slender. Like she's a little bit more curvy, but she's not like super curvy, but she's also not super like she's a little bit athletic from riding horses, so I don't know. She's probably like 140-ish or something like that.
Okay. Hans and Franz, as she points to Hans and Franz, Andrews, can you help Rhiannon show us these lifts?
Sure.
Okay, so basically she'll kind of show that like the partners will do like they'll be holding hands, and then they'll like do feet movement, and then there's like a small lift where the other partner will put the hand like under the rib cage and do like a light spin lift, and then you'll switch partners and like go on to the next person in the circle. So
Okay.
So
And he does this.
okay, That's basically the dance. This is considered more of an elegant dance that you would learn at court and do, because it's like, oh, you gotta show that you're coordinated enough to do this and like be graceful when you like pick somebody up and set them down. So
It's good because I can pick things up and put them down.
yes, it's also important. You have to be like, as the one getting picked up, you kind of have to be able to like move with them, like so when they pick you up, you're not like dragging your feet.
Yeah.
I suppose there goes a lot of trust when doing that, huh?
Yeah, basically, I've been to a few dances where I felt bad because I really don't think the person could have picked me up, like should have tried to pick me up, but they did, and it's always a little worrying. Like,
Why shouldn't they have picked you up?
well, maybe they were a little on the older side, or they just didn't look as strong.
I mean, it would certainly be unfortunate in front of all those people if they just dropped you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's not a high lift. Actually, Hans and Franz picks me up pretty high when he... Normally it's just a light lift, but, you know, extra theatricality.
Yeah.
Raise me up.
He just goes into, like, the pose from, like, Dirty
That's what I
Dancing,
was
where, like,
thinking in my head. That I've had the time of my life. Yep.
the run and
That's
jump.
exactly what I'm imagining.
Or I figured exactly what Lizzie was talking about because she's basing this on like medieval dances.
Yeah.
Yep, the lift. Yep, I actually went down a rabbit hole of researching medieval dances.
No.
You
Just watch The Knight's
researching?
Tale.
No way.
No. The only thing that's different is like a lot more of the dances in the medieval ages were very far
Mhm.
apart because they were very heavily regulated by the church. So I feel like the ones in this culture would be, you could get away with being more close together.
Leave room for the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Leave room for Jesus.
No, I didn't realize you wanted to get in on this. You wanted to through.
He likes dancing, man.
Who?
Jesus.
Sorry?
He likes dancing.
Oh,
Jesus.
Yeah, she said leave room for Jesus. I said I didn't realize you wanted to get in on this, but okay, we can make it a three-way. All right.
Oh,
Way to kill it, Andrew.
It's all good. It's fine.
It's okay. Yeah, but I guess basically she'll just kind of, you know, teach you guys how to dance. She'll do whatever, play games. She's just having a good time being out for the night.
Probably at some point in the evening, break into like some stories and stuff. Maybe tell some stories about the Vendaya and whatnot. You know, just like, oh, it's getting on towards evening. Let's tell some maybe scary stories, but probably just start off with just some storytelling.
You're gonna do scary stories.
I mean, what else
That's
do
it.
you do around a
I'm not
bonfire?
proud in the wood.
You're gonna do scary stories. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I said it'd start off with just some stories, and then if we go into scary stories, I don't know. What kind of stories people want to tell? What do they want to hear? I don't know. We're camping with a group of friends. Why wouldn't
yeah.
we?
No, we can just go around and share stories.
Yeah. Una, why don't you tell us a story about, you know, something from your people? And then,
Sure. And Una would probably share the story of the fight that her mother died in without letting them know that was the story that she was telling.
Okay.
But the
Una,
epic
describe-
battle that raged on, that's what she would kind of explain. And say that, like her mother, she would call the lead ranger the beautiful warrior, something like that, just not telling them that it was her mom.
Is it a battle that happened on the sea, on land?
In the
Sea.
water, right? Yeah. So
It was it was basically they were protecting a fleet of ships, and there was like sea monsters and like supernatural storms and everything going on. So
and the battle that took her life, but she saved hundreds during the struggle, which just shows like her feat of strength, something along those lines, making her
that is
be,
a
like
very interesting
amazing
story.
hero. And it's true.
Oh,
how long ago did that happen?
20 years ago?
So do you know this person?
10 years ago.
Oh, was it 10?
Yep.
Time's really weird when you only age half as
I know,
fast.
right? 10 years ago? Yes, I do. She was a great leader of our village and a person I admire greatly.
Wow. I'm sorry for your loss. Because you said she died?
Yeah. She passed away in the battle, but she honors both our tribe and her family by protecting those who she saved.
Very honorable.
Yeah.
I only hope one day I can be as strong and brave as she was in those moments. Anyways, who's next?
I will I will tell the story of the horse.
Okay, I guess I feel like I kept the the story of the horse kind of more vague, I guess, where it's like, yeah, it came out of the sea and kind of led the other.
Yeah,
gods.
but I'm not actually going to tell it because
Yeah, I
I
know.
don't know it, but yes. Whatever version of it that I know
Mm-hmm.
be the version that I tell.
Yeah. Probably version of it that you would know is the horse kind of came out of the foam and was like the first to, walk upon the land, and that it let Moru then ride on her onto the land, and then when Moru touched the land, that was kind of like seen as her domain forever, and then the rest of the gods kind of came out of like the torrent of the sea and the land smashing against each other, and then the horse followed the river, which is known as the Mare by where you guys live. It's the big river that leads from the mountain ranges to the coast, and it says that the horse followed that river with Moru, and kind of like she blessed the earth as she walked around. So that's probably the version of the story you know, which is why your guys' winter village is where it is because it's on that river. In the mountains. So that's probably the story version of it you know.
Okay. Brother, do you want to tell a story?
Well, I could certainly do so. I'm not as good of a storyteller as you are, brother.
Nonsense,
But,
brother. You are the natural poet.
I think perhaps I shall tell the tale that you and I lived not so many years ago with the necromancer.
Oh, yeah, it's a good story.
And, he'll tell about how we met the Raven, and the Raven gave us the task to deal with the necromancer, and us pursuing the necromancer into, what was it, like a bunch of
It was like
burial mounds
they're old
that
barrows.
he had been raising people from, and it was like a really old like grave site or whatever. And us finding that and fighting through hordes of skeletons and rotted bodies, and until we finally confronted the man that deemed to disturb all these long dead, and tell an epic tale of Hans and Franz.
Very nice.
Here's a little story all about how my life
got
flipped
turned upside down.
I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the Prince of Bel-Air. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. I've been very musical today. It's bad.
Being musical is fine.
What about Nora and Rowan?
Nora would probably tell a story that she would have heard about like tree spirits, and would be thinking very hard if there was like a childhood tale of like the don't go into the woods alone kind of story that she could maybe tell.
Like a creepy story?
Something a little bit creepier.
Yeah, there's probably ones from like your childhood about just all sorts of nasty monsters that come through the portals around your village, that basically monsters will slip through, and from places of foul magic that twist and sew, or like, children being abducted for foul magic rituals, or just beasts in the forest that are hungry, that, stuff like that, probably.
She would probably tell it with lots of enthusiasm and like, monsters. She would actually like go like monsters, like it'll like, very, very theatrical with it, because she's just having fun.
Yeah, I like it. Rhiannon is impressed with your storytelling. Go ahead. I was gonna say, give me a performance check. I want to see if this comes off as more sweet and cute, or is it more like I'm trying to be intimidating and I'm succeeding?
We'll find out. I mean, either way is great. Okay.
He's in roll 20.
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty good. Are you going for more scary side?
Not necessarily. No.
Okay.
She's not like naturally scary, so I'd say it probably comes off a little bit more like, slightly more cute than intimidating. So
That was a very good story. Is that stories you grew up with?
Mm-hmm. They're the ones that my parents used to tell Rowan and I when we were growing up, just to make sure we stayed close to home at night.
Oh, jeez.
Have you ever encountered any of these forest spirits before?
Nothing like in the stories, no. But then again, I was always too afraid to go out at night anyway, so I never tempted fate.
Well, no wonder with stories like that.
Do any of these spirits have names?
Some of them do. I mean, we had a spirit in our home. We named him.
In your home?
Yes.
He just did like
He paid rent and everything.
he just did like small things around the house. We never even really saw him. We assume it's a he. I don't know. She? Rowan, what do you think?
I think he's a he.
He? Yeah. But
Based on his personality, I think he's a he.
okay. But we called him Nomel. He was just a little household spirit is what we call them. Everybody kind of has one. They just kind of take possession of a home and it's like they just are around to help you out, and most of the time they're very friendly. You never see them, but
Una, is that kind of what your spell is like that you were talking about?
Which one?
The one you said that you could make me a helpful person thingy.
Yeah, but I think I have more control over my spell. I think there's a little more free.
Mm-hmm.
kind of like maybe you misplaced something and then the next morning it's back on your table, or
That's nice.
maybe something broke and suddenly it's fixed. That kind of thing.
So these spirits, they just kind of pick your house and then they're there.
Pretty much. I think they very much are attracted towards the people who live within the home and the personalities of those people and the energy of those people.
So what about these scary spirits? Do any of them have names?
Well, I don't really know about the scary ones. We do have some other spirits that live in the forest, but they're more territorial, not necessarily scary. They just kind of have their own dominion over certain areas of the forest. They have names though. I think the one
Do people give them names or do they tell you their names?
well, the ones that are like the household spirits, we just name them because they never tell us. They're made up names that we just give them, kind of like you would a pet. But the forest spirits, they've been around for a long time. So I don't know who originally named them or if they named themselves. I'm not sure. I just heard from stories after stories after stories.
It could be that they named themselves and spoke to someone in the forest.
Perhaps one of the elders.
Or it could be that they were once household spirits when the forest wasn't inhabited. Maybe they were the first household spirits and they became the forest spirits.
Could definitely be it.
Now, here's me maybe making a weird assumption, but Rowan, you are from the forest where these spirits live, right? Or your tree was.
Yes.
Is it possible that you maybe have some relation to these forest spirits?
I do not know. I don't know if I am. I don't know how my spirit came to be. It could be that I was once a forest spirit. It could be. I don't know.
Just kind of interesting, I think.
I agree. If I knew, I would maybe tell you. Depending on if Mama and Papa wanted me to. I don't know.
Pretty amazing story. You know, someday I would like to visit your village, even if you had to blindfold me and, you know, put a bag over my head to make sure I can't find my way back or something. But I'd like to visit.
I am really hoping that perhaps Mama and Papa would be willing to either visit us or us visit them soon. And so perhaps we could ask them when we do end up being able to meet again.
Hopefully one day we'll be able to bring you.
Are you two not from the Fey realm?
No.
Oh, I just always assumed.
Oh, that's right. We have company.
Oh,
Bravo!
I
I don't mean to pry. I understand the needs of keeping secrets. Obviously. I always assumed you were from the Fey realm.
No, we were born here. Our mother is from the Fey realm.
Oh. Okay. So you live in Feyen then?
No, we're from a small a village, a little bit more
In the forest.
towards the forest. But we are currently in Feyen for work.
All right. Okay. All right. That makes sense.
We're on a work release program.
They're getting their green card. Is Rowan gonna tell a story?
If I were the king.
Forest!
I don't know if he'd have a story.
He would have the stories that Nora's told him and that Mom and Papa
Yeah.
told us.
Yeah, he likes to listen to stories, but I don't know if he's one
Does he
for
retain them?
remembering it. Right, I don't know if he's one for like retelling stories necessarily.
Sure.
I think if anything, I think he'd be able to retell memories.
You know what? I have a feeling that when Nora is sad or scared, she would have you retell do you remember when this happened? Think about how happy you were then, and like trying to calm her down. So you could probably tell like those kind of memories. Because that's like probably
Yeah.
the closest you would get to storytelling.
Yep. Yeah, maybe he would tell the story of the first time he saw Nora transform into an animal.
Okay.
Yeah,
What was the first animal you changed into?
bunny rabbit, right?
Because she's
Nice.
so cute.
Yeah.
Fluffy bunny rabbit.
Wasn't that like
Yeah.
we decided you guys used to play like a game where like it'd be hide and seek where like she would be disguised as like a little forest animal, like a bird or a bunny or like a little deer fawn or whatever, and
And I have to figure out which one was Nora.
It's so
Yep.
cute.
Yeah. I think I would tell the story of the first time I saw her transform.
Cool.
Cute. Love it.
That's all.
Has everyone told us? Now it's her turn to tell a story.
Yeah,
Oh gosh. What kind of story
Time
do
to
you
drop
want to
some
hear?
lore, honey.
that's not our choice. She's got to pick what stuff.
No, she would
And
ask you guys.
Hans
what
and
kind of
Franz
story
says-
do you want?
Well, you got to feel what story, fits the moment. No, we can't tell you what story to tell. We all just chose a story that was, personal to us or, meant something in the moment. So,
She thinks for a bit and she's like, well, mine is more of a song.
Good. I like songs.
okay.
All right. So she's like, I'm going to pull out an instrument then, if you don't mind, and she'll grab her harp and start playing her harp. And start singing a song. And I actually wrote this song, but I don't have music for it, so I'm just torn. I'm like, do I just make up the melody or do I just read
Oh.
the lyrics?
Just make it to Pop Goes the Weasel.
Both. I said
What'd you say, Megan?
do both. I don't know.
Well, isn't Gilligan's
Okay.
Isle the universal tune?
It won't fit for this. I might just
Well,
have
what's
to.
the?
like,
Is it a
wing
sad song, a
so-
happy song?
I'd say
Do
it's
the
more of a sad
Ed
song.
Sheeran's Misty Mountain. The da 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 da.
No, I might have to wing it because I have to do it based on like the
Well,
beats of the words.
Wing
so
that
we'll
crap
I'm
then.
gonna just wing it. I'm gonna wing it. Okay. I don't know.
Here we
I'm
go,
nervous.
ladies
Why
and
did I do
gentlemen.
this?
My wife's
Oh, God.
audio debut.
All right. She just begins to pluck the strings of her harp very softly, and there's a very melancholy tune that emerges from the harp. And after like a few verses of it, she starts to sing. Beneath
the stars across the sea, upon the fields of heather, there roams a mare wild and free, undaunted by the weather. For on the coast the rains they fall and scourge the earth in anger, and to the mare they sing their call of sorrow and of danger. Why do you linger on the shore? Why do you stay a throw? Come back to us, they roar. Come back to starlit halls. Melody interlude. Melody interlude.
Such strange lyrics there at the end.
That was beautiful.
It's not done yet. It's not done yet.
Oh, keep going, keep going.
I wish I wouldn't have done this when my throat was a little bit kind of getting clogged. And how she longed to join them there, out beyond the waves, past the sea, beyond the air, to lay upon their graves. But if I go, who will sing your song? Upon the heather meadows, to tell your tale, right or wrong, your memory not a shadow. Do musical interlude again. And then it goes really, really slow, and then she's like, beneath the stars across the sea, upon the fields of heather, there roams a mare wild and free, undaunted by the weather.
It sounded very much like, I want to say like Irish Celtic, like classical.
Oh, I was trying to channel Celtic women, so.
Yeah.
Lizzie, you just came up with that on the spot?
No, I've been writing this song for like 4 weeks.
No, but the melody and everything?
Yeah.
That was really good.
Well, I originally
Nice,
played around
yeah.
on the
Well
keyboard
timed.
and tried to find like some starting notes.
Yeah.
And I got
But
through
we
like,
don't even have a keyboard.
no, a virtual keyboard.
Okay.
I like it.
You know, Rhiannon,
Mhm.
that sounds a lot like the horse.
I figured that's why it would be appropriate.
It's a very beautiful song. You have a very beautiful voice.
Hudson's kind of glances over at Sureblood.
How do you? Is that a lot of that true, Sureblood?
And he'll ask the
Lizzie?
question again in Celestial.
I'm trying to think of what Sureblood would say.
Yeah, motherfucker.
I mean, he'd probably say nay.
That's-
No, he's gonna say it to
oh
me.
my god. That was a bad pun, Josh. Like, oh my god.
Fine, he'll go.
No. Okay, I'm trying to think. So you asked him if that was true.
Yeah, if the things in that song were true.
He would say it feels true where like if I was separated from my family, that is how I would feel.
Blah. That's what I say. I
Okay.
tell them. I tell him what he said.
Rhiannon, do you know who wrote that song?
I did.
What? You got quite the talent there.
Well, when you spend a lot, when you have a lot of free time, you get bored.
What did you base that song on? Like, did you read something? Or is it just kind of taking elements of the horse tapestry?
I would say it's a mixture of both. I remember thinking about how the horse had come from the sea and how after so much time of how they might be sad and wish to go back to where they'd come from or who they'd missed. So I sort of co-opted it.
That was lovely.
Yes, thank you for sharing.
You were the first to hear it and probably the only.
Why?
Wow. Yeah, why?
I mean, why the only? I understand someone has to be the first.
We were all sharing personal stories. It feels like a personal song.
Yeah, I can understand that. The theme of it, it's on point for what you've told us this evening.
Yep, that is. She would say, "Yep." I keep forgetting how to talk like.
Yeah, tell us,
dude.
dude.
I
Yeah,
keep
it's
forgetting how to
fucking-
talk like a noble.
Indeed.
Very.
Indeed.
Well, and you said I had to pick like everyone else had picked something from the heart, so I should have picked something as well. So I was very much inspired by how Una's story as well. So
Thank you. Yes. Well done, everybody. Those some bitchin' ass stories. That's not what he would say. That's not what he would say. This is some very well told stories this evening. Usually when we would go camping, it was just my brother and I. And well, we've both heard all of each other's stories, so it's a little repetitive. It's nice to sit around and talk with other people and hear other stories.
It's also interesting to hear the different types of stories people share as well.
Yeah. In Dubstep.
The heart!
are you guys doing watches?
Probably.
No.
We need to if we're in
Secure.
the hut.
Not necessarily.
No.
Unless a rogue
No, we're not-
wizard comes by and
no.
dispels the
We
hut
don't
and
need
kills us
to.
all in our sleep.
Hey, it's possible.
No.
I will also put alarm. I'll ritually cast alarm as well. That's also 8 hours. So I'll take my...
I'll be on constant watch.
Yeah. So I will I'll go around probably 100 feet around us, from like there to wherever 100 feet is, and then go around the camp and just like little piece at a time lay my string down and go around in a giant circle around everyone. And because it takes me like 10 minutes to cast alarm, and then I'll come back and spend another 10 minutes to cast tiny hut as well. And I will have it be like a dark hunter's green color.
Right.
To blend.
Yeah, to blend. I mean, I could make it hot pink, but that seems really ridiculous. So
Okay. Yep.
all of a sudden, you guys see this hunter green dome appear that looks foggy and glassy and...
I was wondering if somebody was going to say something about that.
You're bringing sure
No,
blood
he
into
would
this
stay
thing?
outside.
I mean, he
Oh
could.
my god! I'm like, holy
Instant.
crap! This is gonna be crowded.
He's a holy horse. He's quite clean.
He would
Five-
fit. I mean, there's
Holy
only,
cow.
what, 5 of us?
Yeah.
So
Holy
6
horses
including
don't
her.
poop.
So he takes up 2 people. So there'd still be room for another
6.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you want a horse sitting in there pooping
That's
in
true.
there. And...
I will give him permission,
Does he eat?
however, to enter
Do
it
celestial
if
horses
needed.
poop?
Yes, he
But
does.
it's just us who have permission, and
No.
Sureblood. And Spreel. I'll let Spreel have permission too.
It'd be weird if you didn't eat, Lizzie, because you had a carrot last time.
I mean, I don't need to eat.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. That's
But I
right.
do.
That's right.
Wait, I don't need to worry about you
Sorry.
pooping
But yeah,
everywhere.
so alarm is up.
I'm just
The
done.
tiny
He
hut
likes-
is up.
He likes the feel of it.
Everyone kind of sees, and once you guys enter, it is super
Mhm.
comfy and cozy. It's not too hot, not too cold, just right. But you can clearly see outside, like there's nothing there.
Rhiannon does
Comfort
pull
items.
out more stuff from her bag where she's like extra like down blankets or whatever. Yeah. And pillows. And you can kind of see her like trying to get a little bit comfortable where it's like you can tell she's not used to sleeping on such a hard surface, so she's
course
like
not.
kind of tossing around a little bit. But she's not saying anything and she's trying not to make it obvious. It's just more of like a how do I doesn't like have any the floor doesn't have any give. This is like
So
interesting.
I can command the light source that's in here. Can I have it look like it's like candlelight flickery light? Like very low and dim, but like flickery? Like just ever
yeah,
so
you can do
dim,
that.
but we can clearly see the beautiful stars above.
I like it. Yeah, Rowan
like
would
it.
just kind of be on constant sentry, just in case.
Mhm.
But if anyone else wants to stand guard as well,
Well, an alarm is up, so I should be notified, and it's 100 feet around. If any creature crosses said line,
Not necessarily, but yeah.
well, if they go
through it.
alarm, whenever a tiny or large creature,
Tiny or
tiny
larger.
to large creature, touches
Oh.
or enters the warded area, when you cast the spell, you can designate creatures that won't set off the alarm. So it'll designate our party and Sureblood and Spreewell. You can also choose whether the alarm is mental or audible. I'll have it be mental. The mental alarm will ping me within me being in 1 mile. Audible produces a sound of a handbell for 10 seconds. So I'll have it be a mental alarm. And since I'm only I did like 100-foot radius. Yeah, so I'll probably be like
So
taken
you
a
guys
lot
are
by
giant.
like little creatures and stuff. I didn't really think that one through, but that's
Mhm.
okay.
So,
Mhm.
so if like a frost giant came down here, we wouldn't know.
Nope.
Great.
Hey, tiny to large. That's I got that covered.
You
at
don't really
least.
have to.
We good.
Hans and Franz would certainly get up during the night to light his special forge that he constructed.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you mean like go out and
Yep.
do like a prayer
Yep.
thing over it, or just
Just
okay?
over here amongst the rocks,
Rowan
He
would
would-
watch silently.
Mm-hmm.
sometime during the night, and just
You wouldn't
know.
know he's watching because he's
excuse
always
me,
watching.
sir, blood.
How common
Excuse me,
are
pardon me.
fairy dragons? By the way, Lizzie, they are.
How
I,
common
I think
are
she
they?
has
in
some
this
no
common-
world, how common are they?
uncommon enough that we haven't heard of them.
Probably uncommon. Yeah, you haven't really seen them. I think Una's probably heard stories that some of like the Fey nobility keep them as like pets.
Are they in the zoo?
Yeah, there probably would be
Okay.
ones in the zoo.
Are there ones that look
Cruelty.
like actual dragons but are fairy dragons, like golden angry red dragon, but like tiny?
Yeah, they tend to be more of like a crystally looking
Oh.
though, instead of like how
I want one to be
and
vicious
more
looking.
rainbowy,
It's not
I guess
helpful.
Is how I would describe them.
I have an idea for later. That's why I'm asking.
But yeah, if nobody else is doing anything during the night other than Josh kind of going out and paying respects to his shrine.
I would probably do that in the morning, but not in the evening.
Okay.
Yeah, this is like middle of the night sort of thing.
He works late. The
And
He
he
night.
also
just-
works hard for his money.
Use the small twigs to light it, and then keep feeding it the other lumber that he found around the area, and just get the coals hot and red and white, and just say a kind of a little prayer thanking Angeed for her guidance in crafting the axe for Rowan for
Mhm.
crafting the protector, and for giving me just giving me guidance and compliments upon my work, and letting her know that I hope to make another worthy work in the near future. And then I leave, let the coals glow red throughout the night or however long they stay, and go back into the hut.
So, how early do you get up to pray, Andrew?
Just whenever I normally get up, crack of dawn kind of thing.
Okay, probably like dawn-ish, probably. Sunrise, sunset. I feel like in the morning you probably I think Rhiannon probably would be getting up too, and kind of like stretching
Mhm.
a bit, like that stiffness of like, oh, okay,
Mhm.
like ow.
How was the evening?
It was a good evening.
Did not. s-
Roll an insight check.
Oh goodness gracious! I rolled a 1, so 4.
Oh, okay. I mean, she looks kind of tired, like has like dark circles under her eyes, and like you remember you probably heard her like rolling around a bunch, but like she doesn't say. She said it convincingly, like, yeah, it
Did
was
I
a good
notice that she
night.
slept at
Yeah.
all last night?
No, Rowan would have seen like she did not. She slept sometimes, but it was like when you can't get comfortable, and it's clearly because she's not used
Yep.
to roughing it, and she's like just trying to get comfortable and like tossed and turned a lot. So Rowan probably noticed she was like not sleeping good.
I wouldn't say anything, but yeah.
I know, but yeah, Rowan's like, this poor girl didn't sleep at all.
Well, I'm glad you came out. It was nice to hang out with you.
Yeah, I don't know if we could do this again frequently, but it was pretty nice to escape.
Well, whenever you think you can get away, let us know.
Yeah, it's so hard. It's easier if you guys come to the school to say hi, but then I might be in classes, and then I might be in important lunches and dinners, and then also it'll probably raise comments of why does she have so many people come by. It's complicated. I'm always worried about people spying on me.
Is the a better way to get in touch with you so that we can see if it's a good time?
Certainly sending messages, or letters would be all right. Well, no, my mail might get read sometimes too. I don't know.
I know that didn't Sam, didn't you guys get sending stones?
To send to
So
Mama,
like
Mama.
he's aware of
Yeah.
what sending
Yeah.
stones are,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Here's my sending
They've
stone
got those
number.
like sending stones. What if, we got a pair for one for us and one for you, and then we can, keep it out of like, letters and stuff.
It's not actually a bad idea.
I know that you had talked about teaching each other things. What if you worked up some sort of tutoring type service outside of school hours? Some sort of way to make it seem like it's normal that you're getting visitors a lot.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, you did want to learn more about our culture.
It could. I think.
That's
I
true.
think it would. See, the thing is it's tricky because I could say that you're cultural ambassadors, trying to petition for stuff for your tribe, which that could potentially work. As far as I know, my father doesn't really have any specific spies in Elaine's court, so I don't think it would necessarily get back to him.
What was that thing that Rowan said about a tutor? Just a cultural tutor.
It could be.
I mean, I don't want to inconvenience
No,
you,
it's
so
not an inconvenience. It's more of I'm trying to think of a convincing cover story. I don't necessarily want to explain that I just met you all on the road when I was not supposed to be out of school, and
yeah, no, we don't
Yeah.
want to get you in trouble.
I'll think about it. And otherwise, sending stones, I could always have Sophia come and deliver messages. I trust her with my mail and everything. I could have her deliver messages to the guilds, but
Sophia's the one that we met, right?
the one that's kind of like her
Rona
body
I
double
met?
sometimes.
Yeah, okay.
What if there's something through the guild? Is there a way that we
Yeah.
could set up a delivery service of sorts? You order supplies from the guild, and we happen to be the group that delivers them.
That could work.
Or maybe you wanted us to look into something, you needed somebody from the guild to do a job
That
for
would
you
also
or
work.
something.
Those are all excellent suggestions. I think the guild one.
We don't need to make any decisions right
Yes.
now, but we have plenty of ideas.
No, yeah.
Yeah, but at least I think this will probably be goodbye for at least a little bit. I probably have to. I have classes today, and I know you're busy all tomorrow, and not tonight, tomorrow night. But it was a very fun night out.
Yeah, I'm glad we did it.
Agreed.
Yeah, I
Okay,
don't know.
goodbye.
Well, did you want to take Showblood
Oh,
out for a
yes.
run?
Sorry, I kind of forgot about it. Just a little, still waking up.
Yeah, let her ride
Sure, she'll
for as
go on
long as
a-
she
she'll
wants. I mean, she's the one that has class in the morning.
Yes, she'll go for a ride with Sureblood for a bit, and she looks quite happy riding the horse. Like you can just tell that she's enjoying being out and like doing something that is a hobby she likes. But otherwise, yeah, when she comes back to camp, she digs through her bag, and then you guys notice her hair is back to its normal color again, and then she pulls out like a comb from her bag that looks like it's silver. And then she just starts brushing her hair, and it immediately starts changing the color of her hair.
That's pretty impressive.
Oh, thanks. I'm not good with illusion magic, so this is the easiest way to at least get some sort of disguise. Change your hair color and don't wear fancy outfits, and you'd be amazed at how much you don't get noticed.
I would not
Mhm.
know.
You will soon, Rowan. Now with that, you
This
have
is
that
true.
hat.
This is very true. I think I would use it to turn into Papa.
What does it look like?
Big, burly. Probably wore a lot of sleeveless shirts since he's out working on out in the forest a lot.
Since sleeves are
Yep, sleep
bullshit.
bullshit.
I imagine he has a big bushy beard.
Yep.
Probably not like, maybe not not quite as long as Josh's hair, but on the longer side.
Just enough where we can give it a
Right.
flip. if he
Right,
needs
it
to.
can look majestic blowing in the wind.
Gosh.
I would turn into
Nice.
Papa.
Nora just like looks over and like her eyes just like light up like really excited. And she's like, "Oh, Rowan, you look just like Papa." And she's gonna go and give you like a big hug.
I tried to remember every detail.
Well, you.
This is what your father looks like?
Yes, this is Papa.
Oh, he looks like quite the capable
He
man.
really is.
I would like to meet him someday. From you guys hold him in very high regard, you know. So it's
Well,
be nice to
hopefully
meet him.
very soon. We'll have to check for a letter when we get back.
Yes.
How many days has it been since you sent that?
5.
5 whole days.
Is that right? I don't remember.
Been 3 days.
Yeah, it's
4
been
days.
3 to 4 days, but you guys expedited shipping it, so
Not
yeah.
bad. Not bad. And I've been gone for a lot of it, so
Yeah.
like, good guess.
But yeah, basically, I guess like to kind of wrap it up, like Rhiannon thanks all of you. Una, you see that she's put the hair ornament you gave her in her hair.
Yay!
So she's wearing it, and she gives each of you hugs and says thank you for a fun night out.
I'll help her sneak back in as well. I'll as we get closer to the noble sector, I'll probably change into the outfit I normally wear when I go to the novice with disguise self. So I look like I fit in a little bit better and have a reason to be around this district.
Cool. You can easily do that, and basically she kind of asked for you to like maybe be a lookout and see if you see like the guards when there's a little bit of an opening, and then you actually see her because you didn't really see her that well before in the dark because you rolled pretty bad on perception. Like you physically see her like walk up the side of the wall, like she steps on it and just walks like in a straight up line.
Spider climbing boots.
And then you can kind of see her wave to you, and then she like hops over the edge of the other wall, and you don't. And you can. She sends you a quick message because she does have the message phone. She's like, "Thank you, Una. I hope to see you soon."
Yeah, you should tell me how you got those boots. And yeah, then I'll stalk her away and meet everybody back at the guild.
So just to kind of give you guys a heads up for where things are. It is the 13th day. You have 1 day left before the fighting pits, which is tomorrow night, in the world of the game. So any final business of stuff you want to take care of, you can.
I want to go with Nora back to the zoo to see if I can find a small creature that looks semi-vicious that either she can turn into or Spreul can turn into, to go with my crazy garb that I was gonna, like, my badass black hair, basically Arabian princess beat warrior garb.
Well, technically, the closest thing you could do is like an exotic snake because you're limited to beasts, and technically fairy dragons are fae, so she can't turn
Monsters.
into them, and neither can Spreul. They have to be like, they have to have a beast shape. So you can
Hey,
get an
that's
exotic looking
Snakes it is!
I shall be a poisonous snake.
Yeah, nope, I would do that. So that's another question. So if I change Spreul's form, will my tattoo change?
You'd have to see.
I will have to see. I'm kind of excited about this now. I haven't tried. I have 3 servings or 3 ingredient pools to change its shape. So, but no, that would be the thing that I would want to do, is just see a creature that they can turn into that's vicious, that looks like what I kind of want to happen.
Yep, you can make a cool looking snake. Is there anything else that you guys do within the next day?
Are the masks done? We could go pick those
Yep, you
up.
can go pick up the masks easily.
Make sure Hans and Franz likes them both. That would be
So I
the
was
second
listening
thing.
to the audio, and actually, Megan, I know you described a horse mask, but like Andrew's character specifically said he wanted a crow's mask, so I think that's probably what we would have described. So he's got like a raven crow mask or whatever. So
Perfect.
And then we got the bee mask. They turned out very nicely. So yeah, they cover your guys' faces. They have ties in the back, so part of your hair is out, but not all of it. Pretty breathable material. And
I will give them their capelets as well, their harpy feather
Oh,
capelets,
yeah.
so they can have that as another piece of costume, you could say.
Cool.
I think Rowan would just do some people watching, try and find some larger, burlier looking people to transform into when the time
Okay.
comes. Just sort of find someone that he doesn't know as inspiration, just in case.
Is he watching people at the guild, or is he going out and watching people in the streets, or?
Not at the
Okay.
guild. He wouldn't go very far from the guild. He'd probably either sit out front or sort of just like walk the perimeter and watch people on the streets.
People on the streets. Da-ba-dee-da-da.
The fuck was
The
that?
queen.
Under pressure.
No. Okay, yeah, no.
Yeah, that's it for me.
What about?
Is there anything else?
Yeah, what about the twins or Nora? Are you doing anything within your day and a half or so before the fighting pit? Well, actually, almost 2 full days, basically, because it's tomorrow night.
Nope, just trying to earn some more
Okay.
money with Juan.
Yeah, Nora would probably go check in the alchemy room and just see what's going on, see if there's anything she could help out with.
You're not going to start on a magical item, Josh, for yourself?
Not yet.
I would see if there are any like short jobs at the guild, maybe,
Okay.
just to make a little cash.
You get a request to go and look around the pastures at night where there's some livestock going missing, and basically you go with a couple of the other like freelancers, and it's much more of a smaller paying job, so you probably get like 100 gold like amongst the 3 of you doing this. But basically you fight off like a wolf that is going around and like, you know, just stealing sheep, so you know.
Okay. And then other than that, I want to go get a set of sending stones commissioned, and because I want them to be like ornate and maybe a little bit smaller than
Okay.
they normally would be, so that
Less conspicuous.
Ronan can like carry it on herself without, you know, it's like maybe like she can put it like as like a piece of jewelry, like a pendant
Put
for a
it on
necklace
a
or something.
ring! You said a small, ornate stone. It doesn't have to be a wedding ring. Jeez, you guys.
No, I'd probably
Friendship
do
bracelet.
Yeah,
like
a bracelet.
a
Okay.
necklace or a bracelet, something like that. I don't know how big you determine they
you
need to
could,
be.
you could probably have it. It would probably be like a $50 size would be the smallest you could get it commissioned as. So like, yeah, like that. You could get something like that, and it could be made into like a bracelet or a necklace or even another hairpiece. But Una already gave her a hairpiece, so if you,
Yeah.
well, whose does she like
Um,
better?
Mine.
Yeah, I'd probably get Una and Nora's input on it as well.
Oh, I want to see this go down. No, I just
Why?
want to see what kind of advice they give you on, like, or how you ask this.
I just ask them, hey, I want to get a sending stone made like a piece of jewelry, so that Rhiannon can carry it around with her. You know, what would you recommend?
I would take him to the jeweler because he can be cast on. Does it have to be a stone, or can it be like where I got like my blue sapphire?
You could
Hairpin.
use any sort of type of rock as like the base. That it just has to be a type of rock that would be of special enough quality that I could hold an enchantment. So you'd have to probably go buy that, and then you could commission Gale to enchant it, the one that did Nora and Rowan's sending stones.
I would take him to the same place that I got the hairpin and show him the blue stone that I picked out for her. So, and have him match it.
There you
And
go.
so she'll have a matching set. That's what Una would try to do.
You want a bracelet or a necklace?
Necklace.
Okay.
Or earring. Does she have her ears pierced?
You've seen her wear earrings before when she's dressed up nicely, but I mean, the sending stone would be a big earring.
Oh, that's true. I would do a necklace.
Just make it a gauge.
Okay.
She has to gauge her ears out.
No, I would say a necklace. Una would suggest a necklace. What does Nora suggest?
Yeah, like a pendant of some sort.
Okay. Maybe get it like, if I can get like the stone maybe engraved with like the symbol of the horse.
Ooh.
Look at you trying to push your religion on somebody else. No, okay.
No, because it's something we
Oh.
have in common, and it was a common theme the other night. She likes horses. You know, jeez, guys, make me feel
No,
terrible.
I want to make you feel as awkward as possible. No, you can easily do that.
Narrator,
So
why?
my question is, what kind of stone do you want? Because you don't have to do like a jewel. You could
Well,
do something.
whatever
You could. I don't know.
Megan's pointed out.
Megan, would you have picked like a sapphire or like an aquamarine, or would you have picked more of like an actually like a crystal type of stone,
I'd
or
have picked
just like
more
a
of
blue
a
agate or something?
crystal type of stone, kind of like a quartz almost. So it was like sparkly and shimmery. That's probably what she would have done. So it's like blue, but it has like that crystally center where that bird probably would have sat, or I don't know. That's probably what she would have been more drawn to, because it looks for her like waves crashing. And I would just point out that that's the one that I chose for the hairpin. If you want to get something to match, otherwise something that looks like that to also match, or you can get whatever you want. But that's what I would have done.
That's fine by him.
All right, then you can get something like that and they'll do the engraving for you, and then you can take it over to Gale to get them commissioned.
Okay, how much?
Okay, so how much were your sending stones, guys?
It was 1,000. We paid 300 gold up front and 700 upon return.
So, how much would it cost to get the enchantment done? That's the real question.
We don't have to do it right now. You
Well,
can think about
and
it
Yeah.
just so you guys know, like if Rowan and Nora would not mind pitching in a little bit for this if we need to.
Same. And we do have 500 gold in the party fund still.
If you want, Andrew, you could try to persuade him on the price.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Give me a purse. Let me see. Let me look at my DC setter. Is 15 hard?
It's above average. I mean, not that it matters. I rolled a 19, so it's a 25.
Yep. You can
Hey, there
get
you
him to go down to you can get him to take 200 gold off of it. So it'll be and then because you provided the stone, it would be 750.
750.
It'll
Okay.
yeah. It'll take 25 or it'll take 20 days to make.
Oh shit.
Well, no,
Really?
actually he probably has help. So it'll probably take 10 days.
Okay. Can I borrow 100 gold from?
You can have it from us.
Do we want to go? We could go party fund. I mean, like I said, if we want, we have 50 platinum and 124 gold and 110 silver in the party funds right now, which I don't think, since this is for her, granted, it's you giving it to her. I mean, I'm totally okay with using the party fund for this, since she's helpful and a friend.
Yeah, that's fine.
We can do a little split.
Yeah. Do we want to do like?
I'll put 600 in
Okay.
because that's all my gold.
Okay.
Oh my
Damn.
god.
Well, do you want to do 550?
I still have platinum. It's fine.
Okay. Then so what? Then we need 150 from
50.
party fund. Okay. Then I'll subtract that from the party fund.
And you did just get paid. You would have probably gotten 35 gold for that sheep or that wolf mission, Andrew.
Sweet. Now I've got 35 gold.
I'm trying to think. So yeah, 10 days for that, and yeah. Otherwise, I was gonna say, Nora and Rowan. This is probably a good thing to close out on. You notice in the evening that your stone is flashing.
Oh, Nora will run over to it and she'll pick it up and she'll go and find Rowan and everything. And she doesn't really know how this works. So she's like holding it like, what do we do?
On.
Play.
Go,
I
gadget
gotta do
message.
the word count of this. All right, so you have a message where you can listen to it again, but basically you hear your father's voice first, like, I don't know if this is working. And then you hear a woman's voice, which you know is your mother's voice, is like, honey, it's working. We got your letter. Bringing friends is not a good option. We'll come to you. And you can reply, obviously. 25 words.
Okay. Nora would say, oh, I gotta plan this out. How many words is it?
25.
25? Okay.
25.
Hi, Mama and Papa. This is Rowan.
So
And this is Nora. We would love to meet you. Where should we go? Love you.
5 more.
Bye.
3 more. 2 more.
You pooping?
Pooping?
He would not ask that.
Childish.
That's so out
Childish.
of character.
now you got
Yeah, that's
yeah,
good.
because it's one-way message. You each get 25 words. So yeah,
Yeah.
you'll have to wait until sunrise for it to work again. But yeah. The morning.
I thought it was a little bit more at will.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
Weirdly enough.
That's fine.
You basically wait until the next morning, and then you'll get a message that says, "We could meet you in White Tree, or come to the city. I would be very interested in seeing a magical city like this." And then you hear your papa saying, "We don't need to buy any," and then it's just like cut off again.
Nora would reply again. Yes, let's meet in Fehan. We can show you the guild and let you meet our friends. When can you come?
We'll
Yeah,
see you
you'll have
tomorrow.
Now you'll have to wait. You'll have to wait until after the pit fight.
It's fine. She's not in a rush. She's just
Yeah.
like, let's do this.
Okay, so you'll have to wait for the other half. But oh my god, I was looking at my calendar. I'm like, oh, they would have gotten it by now. Yes. So,
Have
Funny.
I received a message back from my friend yet?
let me.
Probably not. It's been 4 days now, 5 days.
Yeah, yours might be a couple more days, but I also will have to write out what he said. But yeah, otherwise, if there's no really other business, you guys we can start with you either like on way to the fighting pits, or if you guys want to have some more preamble and like getting ready to go, like you can. I guess like, what are you thinking as a group?
I'm
All I
good
know
I
is
don't have anything.
the night before the fighting pits, I want to make sure that I cast good berries as many times as I can. So that way I have a huge stock full for the fighting pits before they hopefully dismiss. So like if I have to cast them at midnight, I want to be able to store them until midnight the next day.
As many spell slots as you have.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Well, yeah, you can get.
because I have 6 spell slots that I could cast.
So
And
that'd be
it doesn't.
60.
Yeah, it doesn't upcast.
No,
it'd
it
be
doesn't
60, yeah.
upcast, but I can use the 2nd level spell to cast it.
Mhm.
So I would have
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you have
So you
6
get
spell slots
10.
plus
So
60.
basically, you would have 60 good berries then if you did it.
Okay, yeah, so I'll make 60 good berries and I will. Can I cast it at like 2 a.m. and then sleep my 8 hours so that I'm fully restored?
You can sleep in because the
Okay.
fighting pits aren't going to start until like sundown. Like you were told to kind of arrive like at dusk in this warehouse district of town, but the fighting pits will start like a little bit after that. So like they should technically maybe make it through the whole thing.
So then I'll wait until like maybe even 4 a.m. if that's okay. And
yeah, if
then
you want to sleep through the afternoon, that's totally
yeah,
an option.
that's probably what she would do, just so she has those in case of emergency. So she'll cast 60 good berries just to have for the fighting pits.
cool.
Go, trying to be prepared, you guys.
Be prepared. Who is all ready for these fighting pits? I'm excited for
It'll
them.
be fun.
Dude, Nora probably just
So
wants
ready.
to
Oh, yeah.
kill Lou in the worst freaking way. There's probably going to be a lot of anger there.
I'm more
Hans and Franz is ready to drop a people's elbow.
I'm curious to see how this is going to go because part of me is like, I don't think you could physically throw like somebody into the nobles area where they're sitting, but that would be hilarious.
Yes. Well, so I am wondering if I could turn how small can Spriel be? Like a bee? Or is that too small?
I have to look at Find Familiar.
Well, you have to recast it.
Yeah, I have to recast it and use a portion because I have 3
It's
more
a CR
portions.
thing.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
a CR thing. So let me see, because
Yeah, so it's not a size thing.
yeah, you could probably make him a B.
CR
Yeah, I don't think
four.
a B is the size of like I don't think a B is like it's probably a CR0 rating. So yeah, you could probably turn him into a B or whatever.
Yeah, I wanna turn him into like a wasp so that way he can sting him.
1 point of damage.
Hey, 1 point's a point. Can it be like a
Wouldn't it-
poisonous bee?
Wouldn't he
Is that
No,
a
you
thing?
can't have him be a poisonous bee.
Ah, shucks.
Wait,
And it would be 1 point of damage and
could
1
he,
point of poison.
could he
and that's
actually even attack though? Because I thought familiars couldn't attack.
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
it. They can only take the help action.
How sad.
Reaction to deliver a touch spell.
Oh, I forgot about the touch spell thing. Ooh,
Do you have
How-
any touch
literally,
spells though?
I
You could
do,
have
I
Spriel
think.
poop on his shoulder. I mean, you could do.
that's true.
More of just
That's the help
annoyance. Yeah.
action.
I actually don't know if I have any touch spells. Let me look here. It's actually a great question. Nope, healing spirit is the
You
first
should do that
strike.
one.
Good berries. Healing spirit.
Yeah, you should heal his spirit. He's very sad about being rejected.
Well, yeah. I have rope trick. That's not. Yeah, I don't really have any touch spells.
Yeah.
That's okay though.
Cool. I'm excited to see and also you guys have fun with this. Like, if you're gonna try to win the crowd to your side or just insult whoever you're going up against, like fighting, like just let's have fun with this, okay? Like there will be a lot of shit going on in the background, but I don't want this to just be rolls. Like I want to channel some MMA fighting in that. I should probably just go watch a bunch of like fights from like WWE
Just
to
talking-
get
If you want
ideas.
The boulder is no
The
longer conflicted.
Boulder.
But I'm very excited.
The
for this
bee
fighting-
cares
this
not
fighting
for what
pit
you have
thing.
said to me. That's Hans and Franz's new persona. He just totally changes vocal patterns.
Oh my
The bee
God, yes.
cares not for your actions. You shall be stung.
The fighting pits are only a day away. What sort of trouble will the party get up to at this very exciting event? Will they only fight against Lou, or will they face off against each other in the ring? Find out next time on the Guardians of Fehal.